Pete Prisco from CBS Sports. We were talking about his story the other day where he actually wrote about
it was a video.
It was a video.
Yeah, it's actually a clip.
He ranked quarterbacks above Hurts, and obviously he ranked the top 4, but he also ranked Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Prescott, Jaden Daniels. All right, I can. Baker Mayfield. Okay, come on, dude. It's so ridiculous. And so he was on the morning show trying to explain his rationale for that. Let's just play a couple of these. Let's play the first one where he sets the whole thing up, where he says Hurts is a good quarterback. Pete Prisco 4, but a lot of his success should be credited to other teammates.
The bottom line is he's a good quarterback. Nobody's saying he's not a good quarterback. They asked me who I would take for the next 5 years, and that's who I would take. I would take Justin Herbert over Jalen Hurts for the next 5 years. I would take Trevor Lawrence over Jalen Hurts for the next 5 years. Now, come back and revisit that. I could be wrong. But you got to admit, the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line makes things a hell of a lot easier for everybody.
And look. All right. It's idiotic. Really. The offensive line or not, you saw a performance in the Super Bowl, and you saw a performance in the NFC Championship game where he made all these plays that an elite quarterback should make. So for you to say nonsense like that is just it's so absurd that I can't even get angry about it. It's laughable what he says. So let's now go over why he would take Trevor Lawrence over Hurts. And he gets pushed back here by the boys.
Here's what it's based on. In the last he's had 4 different systems, 3 different head coaches in the last.
So has Jalen.
Yeah.
So is Jalen Hurts.
Well, he's had the same head coach, basically, the last couple of years.
Who doesn't call plays.
Okay, but he doesn't call the plays. That's all right.
Oh, come on. Sirianni's involved in that offense.
But he doesn't call the plays, Pete. He's not the guy.
Okay.
If you're going to use that, if you're going to use that excuse for Trevor Lawrence, you can't use it and not use it for Jalen Hurts.
Injuries have been a major factor for Trevor Lawrence. Now whether that's on him or whatever, he shouldn't have played at the end of last season. He did. He shouldn't have. This year, he went out for a bunch of games. He's been hurt. The offensive system was poor, and you guys, anybody who knows Doug Peterson's system, you didn't love it in Philadelphia either. I can guarantee you that. Mm-hmm. Also, his offensive line has been leaky, and that's being kind. So there's a lot of reasons for why Trevor Lawrence hasn't played as well as I think he's going to play in the next 5 years. There's a reason he was the first overall pick in the draft. There's a lot of things that play there, and we'll know more about Trevor Lawrence. Look, if Trevor Lawrence doesn't have a good season with Liam Cohen in that offense this year, then I'll come back to it and say, hey, you know what? You guys were right. But until then, I believe in the guy. I still think he's going to be a big-time NFL quarterback.
All right. So, I don't want to, I don't want to be offended like the provincial sports talk host, because I don't do that at all. But this guy's stupid. Really, it sounds ridiculously stupid that he would take Trevor Lawrence over Hurts. He's making up stuff.
He is making up stuff, and then to make the excuse that Lawrence has been in multiple systems, and then discount the fact that Jalen Hurts has done the exact same thing. Oh, well, Nick Sirianni's involved. Oh, now Sirianni's involved, right? Now Sirianni's involved. Before it was, Nick Sirianni doesn't do anything. Look, I said to you, and I know he's on a national station, CBS, the timing of this video that he puts out a week after Jalen Hurts is named Super Bowl MVP, a week after Jalen Hurts outperforms Patrick Mahomes again in the Super Bowl, to me, this is clickbait, man. There's no other explanation.
I don't think it is. I think he actually believes that. I really think he believes that. I don't think he's trying to be clickbait.
There's no other explanation.
Yeah, and if you believe that and you cover the league, you're an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, so either he's an idiot or a liar, but both of them aren't good.
All right. I mean, come on, dude.
It's crazy, man.
All right, the last one. It's a quick one.
What's this one?
Pete Prisco 2. He's in a group of good quarterbacks, but not elite. Here it is.
He's a good player. He's in the group with the same guys. They're all in the same guys. He's not, there's only a certain amount of elite quarterbacks in the National Football League. Then there's a group of a bunch of guys that are all together.
Yeah, but he's not. There's Jalen Hurts has 1A. The tier he has is 1A right now. The 4 guys that are ahead of him, I don't think anybody would argue that some would. And I think that's ridiculous to think that you would rather have Hurts over Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow. I think that's silly. if you would say something like that, even if you're an Eagle fan who thinks he's objective.
You know, you say it, and I understand the point that you're making. Now, look, Mahomes is on a level all to himself. I know Hurts has outplayed him, but Mahomes is on a level to himself. But when we talk about Lamar and Burrow and Josh Allen, as I sit here now, and maybe it's just recency bias.
It is.
But would you really right now, if you had the opportunity, the Buffalo Bills called, the Ravens called, or the Bengals called and said, we will trade you straight up right now for Jalen Hurts.
In a flat second.
But why?
In a flat second.
The guy doesn't lose, Mike.
Those four quarterbacks.
But the guy doesn't lose.
Those four quarterbacks wouldn't lose with the Eagles either.
Basically, that's a hypothetical that we don't know.
They all have better skill sets than Hurts, and that's why I put Hurts at 1A. Like, they're 1, he'd be 1A. None of those other guys that this idiot is talking about would even get a sniff.
But here's the issue.
For me.
I agree with you that when you would look at Lamar and Burrow and Allen, you may say, okay, they got more skills.
You're not going to make
They're a better
you would
passer.
rather have Jalen Hurts.
What I'm saying is,
come on now.
All of it is hypothetical. Like, I had people say to me, too, oh, well, if you put Allen on this team, you don't think they win the Super Bowl? I don't know.
Oh.
Mike, I don't know. You don't know if Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, or Lamar Jackson shows up way that Jalen Hurts did in the biggest game of the year.
You think those four quarterbacks have a better skill set overall than Jalen Hurts?
Better skill set, yes.
Okay. Well,
but we talked about what did you ask last week?
Well, the only thing you can do is maximize your chances. If they have a better skill set, you're maximizing your chances.
But when you got a guy like Jalen Hurts, who we put up there as being in the top 5 clutch gene in NFL history, why would you move on from that? When you have a guy that doesn't lose, they haven't lost a game with Hurts since when the Phillies were still playing, Mike. So why would you even say, all right, hypothetically, I would replace Hurts with one of those guys because they have a better skill set? No. I want the guy that wins. I want the guy that's the proven winner.
That's silly.
How many Super Bowls has Josh Allen been to?
It's like saying a guy who, like Jamie Moyer, you'd rather have because he wins.
How many Super Bowls has Allen been to?
No, it's not Jamie Moyer. I'm sorry. That disrespected Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, you did a little. But Allen's never been to a Super Bowl. Lamar's never been to a Super Bowl.
I get it. My God, if you can't tell me that those four quarterbacks are better than Hurts, you're deluding yourself.
Let me give you one more. Since 2022, and I think I gave you this stat at the parade, Jalen Hurts has more total touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes.
You always go to this.
Listen,
right,
he's got more total touchdowns.
He always goes into the Bill yellow pad stats.
You're damn right. He's got more total touchdowns than Mahomes.
I get it. I understand
more total
all
touchdowns
your
than
numbers.
Burrow.
I get it.
More total touchdowns than Lamar.
You look at these players and you look at them in a lineup and you go, I'd have to take him. I would get to Hurts eventually, but I would get to him fifth.
Yeah, but here's where I think you're wrong. You could say that Trevor Lawrence has a better skill set than Hurts.
No, he does not.
When you're
he
talking
hasn't
about
achieved anything.
Either
those
has
other guys
Josh Allen.
What are you talking about? They've all achieved.
Because
they
Allen's the
won
MVP.
A Super Bowl, they've all achieved.
Josh Allen's is not a Super Bowl MVP. Regular season MVP. I want the guy that shows up in big moments.
Like they have losing records like Trevor Lawrence does? Stop it. 610-632-0975. Back after this.
The Philadelphia.
Hey everybody, it's Bill Colarulo. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can engage during the show, and you're not going to want to miss all the content that we post. It's not only the live videos, it's videos after the fact. It's our shorts. It's all the content you want as a Philadelphia sports fan. Looking forward to connecting.